Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Bree and I teach 3rd grade and it's my first year. So today I'm just gonna share with you something super quick that I made up for Cinco de Mayo because I really wanna make sure that I'm teaching my students what Cinco de Mayo is, and I wanna do like an activity with it. So I literally made this up yesterday and it did the job and it was easy. So let me show you what I did. So right now we are state testing and we're not really doing much, just state testing and taking it easy. So I thought this was like a perfect activity to do during state testing, and the kids liked it and they can be creative. So I think it's a good idea. Me personally, I love circle maps. I love circle maps. I'm not circle map trained yet, but that is something on my list that I want to do. So my kids are pros at making circle maps now. This took about maybe 20 minutes to do. So I just took an old piece of paper. We are limited copies, so I try to make sure just to like hand draw things whenever I can. So this time I was like, I'm gonna have the students make their own circle maps today instead of me drawing them out myself. So I just cut an old piece of paper that we used like in the past. I keep a bucket of old paper that I haven't used or like leftover paper, and I just put it in that little bucket, and whenever I need it I pull from it. So I said, okay, make your circle map. So they make their circle map, and in the middle, they put Cinco de Mayo. I went on ReadWorks, and if you guys don't know what ReadWorks is, it's a website, and it has a lot of informational and literature text, and I pull from that always. I love it. And you can actually assign students assignments through there online, so you don't have to use any paper really, but I like to mark the text with my students. All right, so I found this on ReadWorks. The copy came out pretty bad, and that's my fault. I should know better. I used to work at Office Depot for 4 years in the copy and print department, so I should know better than to do this, but I was in a rush. So I found it on ReadWorks, and the ReadWorks article was like a whole page, so I just copied it, put it into a PowerPoint document to put 2 up, and put it on colored paper. So Cinco de Mayo, it's 3 paragraphs. We always mark our paragraphs and we go through the text to find important information about Cinco de Mayo. Facts that we haven't known before, facts that give us good background knowledge, because this is an informational text, and that is what we're doing, and we're making sure to cite where we get our information from. Like, I preach that to them all day, every day. So this is the one we made together. We always mark where our paragraphs are from. I don't know if you can see it, but we always put paragraph 3 wherever we got the information. So then I explained to my students that you can use race and you can keep elaborating when you're using race. So we always use race. So we restate, we answer, we cite, and then we explain. We discussed today, you can do more than just one explanation. So I showed them this. Hopefully this makes sense. I kind of just thought of it on top of my head, but we'll see. So I said, okay, you guys can elaborate more than just one sentence or one point. That's actually a lot better than just one. More is more. More is good. More. So I showed them an example, and we always like label it. I think that's a good idea when you're teaching race. Have them label where they restated, where they answered, where they cited their information, and where they elaborated. And that helps so much. I love it. So I showed them, okay, you guys look, R-A-C-E-E-E. So you guys can elaborate a lot more than just one sentence. And I said, when you guys fill out the writing for this project or activity, I want to see a lot of lines filled up. So I want to see a lot of lines. Like, I told them all lines, so they don't just rush through it. Like, you have to tell them that. I tell them, you're not going to get done with this in a day. I just said, I want all the lines filled up. You guys are going to be in 4th grade, and you guys can write a lot more than one sentence, so I want to see it. This is what they're completing. All I did was take a piece of construction paper. We have a lot in the teacher's lounge, so I took a red one and cut it into little parts like this. I gave them this white paper that they cut, and on the top it says what I learned about Cinco de Mayo by their name, and then I gave them a flag to cut in color to go on top. So on here they're using race to answer what they learned. So they're gonna put R, A, their answer, C, I found this information in paragraph 3, and then they can elaborate a lot more. So this is what we did today, and this is what we did for Cinco de Mayo. And I also showed them a brain pop about Cinco de Mayo. I like to open more with a video so it kind of gets their attention more like zoned in and excited. But yeah, this is what we did for Cinco de Mayo. It worked out really well, and what I do is this is a writing grade and a social studies grade. So then after they're done, I always just hang them up on my display wall, and it went really well. So in my classroom, I really wanted to make sure I was discussing what Cinco de Mayo was, and I really love this article because it even says, many people think that Cinco de Mayo is a celebration of Mexican Independence Day. It really discussed like what Cinco de Mayo actually is, and they got to write about it because Cinco de Mayo is on Sunday this year. So I wanted to do it before, and yeah, it was really good and my kids really liked it. So again, I hope that was helpful. I hope this shows that you don't have to do like the most fancy activity. You can do something just reading a text, writing about it, and coloring a picture to go on top. I did this for a little history lesson on covered wagons for the Oregon Trail because we had to do a benchmark on that. I also did the same exact thing with the leprechaun writing. Oh, I called it leprechaun writing, sorry. For St. Patrick's Day writing, same exact. We learned about what St. Patrick's Day is, and they got to color a little leprechaun on top, like fun, okay? Fun. Trying to make it fun. Okay, you guys, I hope you liked this video. I hope it was helpful, and thank you guys so much for watching, subscribing.